Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Raptors. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And looking at Indiana, they've started this year as well as they could have hoped, playing great basketball, probably exceeding preseason expectations.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Toppin, and it's the Cobra, and it's Nesmith in at the point. And for Milwaukee, they've got James Wiseman, Antetokounmpo out there with Jackson. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Branham in at the 2 spot. And these two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And you know, with MP, he doesn't hide the fact that he's out to inflict maximum damage at the offensive end of the floor.
And that's exactly what he's been doing. He's as motivated as a player can be. And this is the kind of impact that not many guys are capable of having. The energy and effort he's playing with isn't easy to maintain, but if anybody can keep it up, it's MP.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Parham with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Back to VanVleet. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Giannis outside. 6 on the shot clock. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Nesmith, the pass to Parham. That one drops for him. Parham's got 5 now. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Branham. On the wing, Jackson. Giannis outside for the 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Man, he's had 3 good looks at the basket and nothing to show for it.
Stolen by VanVleet. Here's Branham. They shoot again. The shot off that time. Nice D from Parham. And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Bulls. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Off the inbound pass. The Pacers getting another chance here. Over in the corner, Mathurin. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to Wiseman. 3-pointer. Cans it from downtown.
And Wiseman has shown that kind of potential. A 7-footer that can catch and shoot. Wow.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. A nice shot by the Cobra. He has 7. The Bucks have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin.
The Cobra in the last game against Chicago was sensational. He finished with 59 points, and he was in a rhythm from both three-point land and the foul line. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance. What a quarter right here, establishing some confidence. 4 of 5 shooting the ball.
Branham, the pass to Wiseman. Here's Branham. Here's the three. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. And you look at the Cobra, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The Pacers making a switch here. Diabate's checked in. Here's Green. Inside. Branham. Second shot opportunity. Green. And Green is right there.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And the shot goes down. And 11 points for the Cobra.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Kuzma. After the made shot from Parham, Green with a screen for Kuzma. Shot clock at 3. Toppin with the steal. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to the Cobra. Back to Nesmith. Nesmith gets a screen from Parham. A nice shot by Nesmith.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Bucks trail by 8. Kuzma outside. Lets the three fly. No good on that one. And so it's Indiana in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pacers.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
On the court right now for the Pacers. We've got the Cobra. Siakam is out there with Toppin. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Nesmith in at the point. Now, Antetokounmpo. Scoreless thus far. Mathurin against Kuzma. Screen by Antetokounmpo. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Kuzma. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple of years that have won championships have played the traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Turner with the steal. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Along with his other skills, Siakam can pass the ball.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Turner looking around. Giannis against Siakam. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates the game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
Of course, one of the league's best scorers. Giannis poised to be one of the game's all-time best.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Pass to the Cobra. Van Vliet brings the double team. Toppin sets a screen for Mathurin. The Cobra's shot is off. Bucks trail by 5. Now here's Jackson. Now here's Wiseman, guarded by Parham. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pocket 4. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Parham's got his 6th rebound on the night. Indiana moving it around. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Pacers with the rebound. Parham's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
That one goes. Count it. Parham's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Jackson. And to Antetokounmpo inside. Neesmith covering. Branham the pass to Wiseman. That one no good. Some solid defense from Parham. Pacers leading by 9 to the paint, and up the court come the Pacers on the break.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And it's the Pacers with the ball after the basket by Milwaukee.
Pushing the action, getting others involved, He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Here's Antetokounmpo, following the score by Indiana. Right wing. Here's Branham. He's covered by Parham. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Wiseman.
Think about adding that weight and still having the quickness. Wiseman just eating up space now.
A nice shot by the Cobra.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The Bucks have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Out to the right wing. Here's Branham. Buries the long-range jumper. Branham's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Parham. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And his presence as a... It just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
The Pacers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. That'll do it. For the first half, Pacers out in front, leading by 8. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race. At this point of the season, who would be your guys' picks for Rookie of the Year? Jet?
I'd have to go with our new makeup artist. She spends 45 minutes every single day on Shaq's face and like 50 minutes on his feet.
Kenny, she doesn't have enough time in the day to make you look this good.
Wish I hadn't brought it up. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Pacers.
They're passing on point, reading the defense and reacting. Kenny, I wish you'd react this fast when I asked you to pass the cinnamon rolls.
I'm just trying to watch out for them carbs for you, big fella. Just watching out those carbs.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And Milwaukee has possession. Trailing here by 8. Antetokounmpo is out there with James Wiseman. Then it's Brett VanVleet. And there's Jackson. And it's Branham in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. Branham, the pass to Wiseman. Van Vliet wide open. No good from outside. Indiana leading by 5. Outside Mathurin. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Branham. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scores in the NBA from last year's campaign. And you look at the Cobra, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo, a little bit down the ladder. Also someone that shoots at such a high percentage. Top 5 in the league.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Pacers have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Good on both. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Bucks. 7-point differential. Floats it up, prepares. Giannis taking flight.
Yeah, you can throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Pass to Wiseman. Here's Branham. Good on the triple. Branham's got 9.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
A nice shot by the Cobra.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Giannis kicks to Van Vliet. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Jackson finds Van Vliet. A three-pointer, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
The Cobra's shot is off.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Jackson.
Number 18, Kyle Kuzma.
Now here's Van Vliet. Neesmith covering. Rejected by Parham.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Bucks trail by 6. Here's Branham. 9 points in the game so far. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Siakam. Here's Parham. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Indiana making a change here. Diabate's checked in. So it's the Pacers now. A nice shot by the Cobra.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Pass to Branham. And he's good on the 3-ball. Branham's got 9 points in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The Bucks trail. Down low. Here's Giannis. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Tapping against Kuzma. To the middle. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. No good. That would have tied it. Pacers leading by 3. We've got 1:18 left in the third. Down low. A nice shot by the Cobra. Parham's got 33 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Branham. 12 points for him. The wide open look here for Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark. To the paint. Here's the Cobra, covered by Van Vliet. The Cobra's shot is off. Bucks trail by 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Obi Toppin.
Yeah, hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
Green, he's checked in for the Bucks. Green comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Pacers have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. That free throw good from Parham. Frazier, he's checked in for the Bucks. Both free throws good from Parham.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Branham. It's good from long range. Branham's got 15.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Toppin with the steal. Here's Parham. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are... are getting together. They may want to review this one. And not so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those.
those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Pacers lead by 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Benedict Mathurin. Neesmith is out there with the Cobra. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Toppin in at the 5, roaming the paint. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pacers.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked them down.
That one is no good. Bucks trail by 8. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's foul number 2 for him. Milwaukee making a switch here. Frazier's checked in. To the inside. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Parham. Pass to Neesmith. Here's the floater. Toppin, no one around him. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. And the Pacers lead by 8.
Terrific find by Mathurin, proving he's more than just a scorer.
Kuzma outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Mathurin. Clock at 6. Here's Kuzma. A putback, and Kuzma stays with it.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime, when it was just barely above 30%.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. They trail by 6. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Siakam passes to Parham. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Great. That time from Green. Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play.
So tough to contain the length of Giannis. When he takes those strides, he's going to make you foul him.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
A nice shot by the Cobra.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thanks, David. Really left alone that time.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And he drives in. It's good. Barnum's got 44.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Here's Van Vliet. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two. Van Vliet's got his first bucket in this one. Pass to the Cobra. Takes it inside. No good there off the double clutch. Bucks trail by 5. Here's Branham. Wiseman the pass to Giannis. Here's Branham, defended by Mathurin.
It's so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Jackson comes over with the double. Barnum passes to Neesmith. Indiana moving it around. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Back to Neesmith. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Siakam finds Neesmith. Here's the Cobra. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Elbow shot is on the way. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, it's almost like he's got a magnet on that ball here tonight. He's in the right spot all the time.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter.